It's week 1 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 45-yard punt. 4 there on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll go again here with Price. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Price. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Price. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Operating from the gun, Gilmore. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw. Gilmore. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Motioning to the left is Robinson. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's third and 3. Back to throw. Gilmore able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here's second and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before. So
all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Price. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
46 yards for him on the ground in this 1st quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll run on 1st down with Price. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Going right back to Price. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Gilmore. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. 1st down, here's Mitchell. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw. Gilmore. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 18-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack? And now off to the races, down the right side. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort. With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The slot man in motion right. Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 1. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Operating from the gun, Gilmore. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 3 yards out. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Left side, he's got Robinson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5. Throw left side to Kincaid. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He'll find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A give running right is Mitchell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Come on, set.
2nd and 11. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. This taken in by Kincaid. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Looking to throw. Gilmore. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Operating from the gun, Gilmore. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense now. They get set to head back on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Let's go.
2nd and 4. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. Straight ahead with Price.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
On the handoff, Price trying the left side.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And it's back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time. Lead in a tight one. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down. In motion left, Robinson. 2nd and 9 now. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Robinson's got it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
A run with Mitchell. Fighting him off.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Browns on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. Gilmore. And that is incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on third and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play. See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun. Gilmore
to the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson
from 8 yards out.
And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, set. Go.
Now back to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
Oh, this is taken in. It's good. 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. So first and goal, 6 points here will go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll look to run with Price.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
So now the Browns down by 12. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. This is caught by Robinson.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Looking to throw. Gilmore. Wide open receiver complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw now on first down. He finds Robinson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Previous
From
play
19 yards away.
After review of the play.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Back to throw again.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns are back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
On 3rd down, here's a run with Price.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
A 2-yard gain. It's
They'll run for it. It's Price. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. They'll go again here with Price.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him.
As they'll send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Operating from the gun. Gilmore. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Baltimore, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.